Hi everyone, it's Brittany, and today we're going to be talking about the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I was able to get a sample of this product. It's the 24-hour formula. It states that it's breathable, full coverage foundation with a lifelike matte finish. So I have seen some of the reviews on this on the professional boards that I'm a part of, and people seem to like it. So the thing that compelled me to try this product is that I do like more of a matte finish with makeup, especially when I'm filming or for photography in general. It just photographs much better. But this gives you kind of like a lifelike matte, which is what we've been seeing more often now with the matte foundations that have been coming out. They've been trying to make it kind of like a soft matte finish, because traditionally matte finish has been matte, meaning like flat wall paint, like straight on, or previous generations it was kind of more spackle, it was prone to caking and all these other desirable things. And especially for people who have oily skin, like they had to do that because the dewier foundations, or what's called now more satin, like if you think of foundations like you would think of paint you would buy, your dewy would be more like your gloss paint, your satin would be like the satin paint you'd buy for your wall, and then matte would be more like traditional flat wall paint. But what's happening now is we're kind of getting a new category with soft matte. So I would say that's kind of more of like your eggshell, where it does have a matte finish, but there is a little bit of a sheen to it. It does look like it has some life, because with matte, it kind of recedes. It looks dull. it looks flat. Versus, sort of an eggshell adds a little bit of warmth to your room, those types of things. So we're gonna try this foundation out today. The color is Y245, which is soft sand. Normally Makeup Forever, I wear R210 or the lighter shades if I want to have more of a yellow look. In terms of, and you might be asking yourself, well, you have cooler undertones, why would you want yellow? Because yellow photographs better and it reads better on camera. So sometimes I do wear a little bit of a Y base in Makeup Forever. It also works when I spray tan myself, because spray tan formulas traditionally have more of a golden tone to them, and that's where that Y would come in. So this color is called Soft Sand. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my palette and show it to you guys. The two brushes I'm going to be using today are the Sephora Pro Foundation Brush and my Artiste brush, which I absolutely love. I did clean all my brushes beforehand with my favorite brush cleaner, Sim Secret. So anytime you're doing your foundation, you want to clean your brush, just because they harbor a lot of bacteria. They're sitting wet. If you're throwing them just in a drawer, that stuff can get really bad. So please always clean your brushes before you put them on your face, especially your ones that have wet products. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. So I have nothing on my skin right now. I didn't put any primer down because, at least in my opinion, when you're testing foundation, you need to test it on its own. It needs to be able to stand on its own with skincare and the formula by itself. Adding primers and all these types of things, that just throws another chemical reaction into the mix. So whenever I'm trying a new product, I always like to try it with itself before I start adding other products in it, because I want to be able to tell if this product actually performs on its own, and it's not the primer or something else that's bringing up the back end and making up for less desirable outputs that the product might have. So as I squeeze this out, this says this formula is for all skin types. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit. That's actually quite a lot. Normally I would not put that much. So far it looks super creamy. Here, I'll just get the camera to focus on it for you. It looks super creamy. It's probably hard because my palette's metallic. I'll take some up-close pictures and I'll put them in the video. And wow, I mean, that does not move. It's hanging upside down. So clearly this is formula is going to stay put. So it'll be interesting to see how much slip it has, considering. So first thing I'm going to start off with is the Sephora brush. And I always just like to kind of get a little bit, you know, drag the product down. I don't like to have, and I like to have the brush evenly coated. One reason why you do that is if you just go, you're going to have a big glob on your brush, and more of the product is going to get pushed into the brush versus you being able to put it on your face. So it's one way to, you know, use your resources wisely and get a more professional result. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to look into the monitor while I do this. So as you can see, it's not the best color for my skin. It's not atrocious, but it's definitely much more yellow than I am. So far the coverage is pretty good. Usually my forehead is, you know, pretty clear. I tend to break out through here and here. I do use prescription retinoids, so I've had acne since I was, oh God, middle school. So I've always been on dermatology products my whole life. So, and then with all my lupus medications and fibromyalgia medications, you know, my skin is always kind of, it's a mystery every morning when you wake up what it's going to be like that day. So far it has a really nice finish. You can see a little bit of the sheen, not too much. Like I said before, it looks kind of like an eggshell. It's not like a super, and it feels very flexible. Like I haven't put it over my nasolabial folds yet. That's kind of where I can tell, you know, that's the part on your face that moves the most. So it'll be interesting as the day moves on, how it wears. But so far it's very, very, very comfortable. The product has kind of a mild scent to it. I mean, as you can see just from the side, you can tell like why you want to wear yellow on camera, yellow base, because look at how much better it looks versus, you know, pink. So it's another reason why like all your commentators tan so much, because especially in HD world, tan skin, kind of more matte skin, deeper skin tones look better because HD sees everything. So the darker you are, the more light they can hit you with, and the more all the wrinkles go away. So that's why sometimes when you see a celebrity or a newscaster and you see them on TV, they look one way, and then you see a picture of them in like a tabloid magazine or out and about town, and you're like, whoa, you look way older. It's because they are putting like a million lights on them, and the more light you shine on someone, you know, all the wrinkles disappear. So far I would say the slip on this is okay. You know, it's definitely, you know, it stays where you put it. You get a little bit of time to move down, move it around, but so as you can see, this was one color and my neck is another. So if I were doing this, you know, let's say I really like this foundation and I wanted to wear it, I would go all the way down my neck to blend that in. Because as you can see, my shoulders here are a little bit more tan. So that's something very important when you're doing your foundation, is look at the way your shoulders look compared to your face, compared to your neck. I can't tell you how many times I see women make that mistake. And another little pro tip real quick too, if you're going out or being photographed a lot, always put a little bit of makeup on top of your ears. And the reason for that is that your ears tend to get red as the night goes on, or if you have a few drinks, and this kind of keeps the look all unison. There are ways to contour your ears. If you guys want to have me do a video about that, let me know in the comments below. But I would say the coverage on this is pretty good. I still have an acne scar right here. I really want to get it lasered off, but the sun is just like a million degrees still in Austin, so I have to wait till it's closer to winter when my skin won't literally melt off walking outside. So it covered that pretty well. I would say it's pretty even tone. You just put some on my eyelids. Thought I was going to use my Artiste brush for this video, but I guess the Sephora one is just doing the job. And then sometimes, if you want your lip color to stay a little bit longer, you can put just a tiny, tiny bit of foundation on your lips, especially if you're going for that nude lip look and your lips are like mine where they do have more of a pigment to them. That's one way to kind of get that to all balance out. Gonna kind of zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. I mean, besides the fact that it doesn't match me and it is way more yellow than my skin tone. Oh, I see a few spots I missed up here. I'll use the Artiste brush here. Now let's do a little bit into your hairline too. Just a little bit, not a lot. This color is actually making me wish I had a spray tan on right now because I just look so much better. But so far I am super impressed by it, so you guys can kind of see. I really like foundations where I don't have to use a lot of concealer, because especially in this area when you're doing clients, it tends to cake. So one thing I do is I always do foundation first and then concealer, because then you can kind of judge how much concealer you actually need to put on. And with concealer, a little tiny bit goes a long way, like tiny, 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 tiny bit. But I am really happy with this formula. So I will wear it throughout the day. We're actually supposed to get a rainstorm here in Austin very soon, so I'll see how it holds up in the rain. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it has a really great finish. It reads well on camera. Let's see. Move my face around a lot, see if it creases at all. What do you guys think? No creasing. So I would say it's pretty good. Like, I could definitely go back in and, you know, cover that a little bit more and cover some of my spots up here. This is actually that's a real mole, so depending on the day, sometimes I put a little touch there to make it a little bit darker. But so far I really like this, so I'm excited to wear it. I'll check in with you guys a few times during the day, and maybe I'll film a little bit outside if it's not too rainy so you guys can see what it looks like. But I will be back. It's Brittany. I'm here outside. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of a look of what it looks like in natural sunlight. I just did a makeup look with the Tarte Pineapple of My Eye palette, so I will link that in the post below. But so far, so good. I don't see any kind of like major buildup, you know, because I had to talk a lot during that video. You know, you do have to forgive that it's a little yellow for me, but overall I would say that it's wearing really well so far. So I'll check in a little bit from now to let you guys know how it's going, but so far so good. I'm pretty excited about this foundation, and it feels great on the skin. Like, it doesn't feel like foundation. That's one of my hugest things and determines what foundation I put on my kit, is all about how it feels on the skin. And so far this feels, you know, I can tell I'm wearing makeup, but it feels great, and it's not itchy so far, so that's a huge thing for me. So but anyways, I'll be back again a little bit later. Bye. Okay, so it's about 8 hours later. So it has oxidized a little bit. It's a little bit of a deeper yellow, but it's not bad. You know, you can see kind of where the colors built up a little bit, but I mean, this isn't my normal Makeup Forever shade. This is like 4 shades darker than I normally wear. But so far, no cracking. I just did Facebook Live for all my Chloe Isabel clients on Be Beauty Bling. It's a group on Facebook, so if you guys like all the jewelry I wear, please join that group. But this is, or shop my website, Be Beauty Bling, so BE, then beautybling.com. But yeah, this is a great foundation, you guys, and you can kind of see it's sort of getting that, you know, it was, oh god, 92 today, and then it started raining, and then I had to carry 2 kids in Target because they didn't want to get wet, and speech therapy and dinners and all that kind of stuff. So it's been through quite a bit today, and it is held up really nicely. And I mean, it looks really great. So I'm really impressed with this Makeup Forever foundation. So I'm excited to get it into shades that actually match my skin. But you know, go check it out. It's at Sephora, makeupforever.com. I'll have to see if Nigel's and friends have it. If they have it, I'll put the links for them below. Wow, been a long day, a lot of shooting. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, please post them in the comments below, and please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tell your friends about me. I would appreciate it, because I'm trying to grow my channel, and the only way I can do that is by you sharing it with your friends and getting them excited about it. But anyways, have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.